Hi and welcome. I'm going to be talking about sacred spending today. Give everyone a few minutes to hop on and I'll just be in your ear chatting until people join in. But I'm Heidi Carter. I'm a money breakthrough coach and I'm sitting in this room where this used to be my daughter's room and now it's gray. And hey, Stephanie. Hi, Joe. So this used to be my daughter's room and now it's gray and it's all cleared out. It's kind of like in the process of being transformed. Hi, Mary Ellen. I'm going to be talking about unconscious spending and sacred spending today. So if you're on, say hi, just post in the comments, post if you're watching the live or the replay. Hi, Patricia. So, I'll go ahead and get started. There's plenty of people already on here. So I just want to start. I have several notes I'm going to look at, but because there's a lot on my heart. And I was actually going through a lot of these emotions today as I prepare for a trip that I'm leaving. Hi, Mary Ellen. I'm preparing for a trip. I'm going tomorrow to Seattle. I'm going to go spend the weekend at a retreat with my business coaches, and I'm super excited. And so I was going through the motions of like, how much should I spend on preparation for the retreat? And so I had to really get into my sacred spending because all the stuff I teach is stuff I've been through and stuff I continue to work on. So I want to share the yummy juju with you today. And the first thing I want to say to you is that unconscious spending is hurting your bank account. And so let's take a look at that. There's a lot in that statement. So the first thing we need to understand is that spending is an emotional act. So think about that in your life for a moment. So spending brings you emotions. You spend to create emotions. So for me, I'll share some of my spending that happens, the emotions I create with my spending. So when I invest in really nice professional clothes, the emotion I get is I feel confident. When I spend money on kind of healthy foods like organic fruits, veggies, organic meats, I feel healthy and I feel I guess it's like I feel nurtured. I feel like the food is nurturing me and it makes me feel good in my body. Okay, and then another example is when I pay my mortgage, even things that don't sound as yummy, like when I pay my mortgage and my electric bill, it gives me an emotion of feeling stable. It's like, yes, one more month and I did all my bills. I am so financially stable. So I guess it's confidence too. So even the most boring bills are giving us an emotion. So what's happening when we're unconsciously spending is we're just reaching, hi Bimana, when we're unconsciously spending, we're just reaching for the positive emotions of whatever that spending is going to give us. Confidence, excitement, whatever. But we're not being conscious of the energy that we're showing up with in the money relationship. Okay? And so I'm going to share with you 3 yummy tips today. 3 yummy tips for sacred spending. Because, when you're not, I'll get more into it in a second. Okay, so the first tip I want to share with you is that money was created for you to take care of you and to bring you joy in your life. That's why the universe, that's why God created this system for us to use. And you may be saying, yeah, it was man-made. Well, man was made by God. Man was made by the universe. So it's all part of the same thing, okay? And so the energy of money is there. It was created for you and it's there to take care of you and to bring you joy in your life. Okay, so the reason that this is important is because I don't want you to think that you have 2 choices. You can either get what you want or you can save. So that black and white thinking, that polarity is what keeps a lot of people from getting to the level of wealth with savings and investments that they desire, because they feel like, yeah, sure, I can give up the things I want, but that's gonna effing suck because I really like those things and they bring me joy. And so they see saving as a punishment. And so what I want to tell you is that there is a sweet spot, and it's in the sacred relationship with money. So if you first just know that money is spiritual energy, there's a money soulmate out there for you. There's spiritual energy that wants to connect with you. And that energy has your best interest at heart, which means that you have money to take care of your desires, the things you want to spend money on, and to save for your future and invest and be smart with money. So that's the first piece, okay? So the second piece is really about the spending. So unconscious spending will wreck your wealth. That's the second tip. Give me a wave if any of those words resonate with you. If you've ever done any unconscious spending where you weren't really aware, and I'm going to go deeper into it in a second, but just if that resonates at all, just right off the bat, give me a like or a wave or a comment. So unconscious spending is when you are in you and you only. So as I've shared a lot on here, I work with the money relationship. So just like any healthy, great relationship, there's two parties. Hi, Patricia. There's two parties, you and the other person, you and the other being. Okay, this is true with you and money. So there's you and there's money. So when you're unconscious of money, like money leaves the room and it's just you. And it's all about you in your head. What do you want? You want this dress. What do you want? You want this cake, whatever you're wanting to buy, right? And so you're completely unconscious of money in the relationship. So that means that you haven't taken the time to sit down before you make a small purchase, or especially if you're making a large purchase, you need to do this. But you haven't taken the time to consciously slow down, close your eyes, and connect with money. Money, do you want to be spent on this, or do you want to stay here with me in the savings? You haven't taken the time to do that. And then, that's pretty woo-woo, that's pretty spiritual. But on the other more logistical side, you probably haven't taken the time to make a budget, which I call a spending plan, because budget feels so constrictive, right? So it's like you're not even looking at that spiritual energy, you're ignoring that spiritual energy, you're also ignoring the spending plan or budget of how much you actually have that month or that week or whatever to spend on that particular thing. And so it's like you have this blindfold and you're like, I want it, I'm getting it, and it's just kind of like this selfish thing. And so you get what you want. You always get what you want at a cost, because you're doing it unconsciously and you're ignoring the whole rest of the relationship, which means, I compare this money relationship a lot to like my relationship with my spouse. It's like there are fun, exciting times, and then there are times where we have to look at things that maybe we don't want to look at, and we have to do the work, right? Same with money. Like, it's so fun and exciting to spend, and you also have to come home and be realistic about what is your income this month and how much do you actually have to spend on certain things if you have the goal of truly getting ahead, which means you have to be saving every month and creating investments in your life. Okay? So those are those pieces. Let me see if I forgot anything. And while you're looking, hey Melissa, just give me any likes or comments of what you have heard so far. What did you hear so far about unconscious spending will wreck your wealth? What do you think of that? Give me a comment in the comments below. Well, I guess the last piece I'll share on tip number 2 is, this is really important, But whatever amount you do have in your spending plan, like if you've taken the time to be in that sacred relationship, connect spiritually to money and get the clarity in your numbers about I have this much to spend. I challenge you to allow that to be enough, to not overspend, because what I want you to remember is all the emotions that you're getting from spending, like confidence, excitement, feeling nurtured, whatever it is, there are other ways for you to create those emotions in your life besides just spending. I'm not saying don't spend to create those emotions. I'm saying there are other ways as well. You don't want to just run your money well dry when there's all these other resources of how you can get to that very same emotion. Thanks, Bamana. You like the term spending plan better. Me too. Okay, so tip number 3 is the really fun part. So tip number 3 is when you've done the work, when you've made sure that you have this sacred, yummy relationship with money, and you've even done the logistical work, you have a spending plan, you know how much your income is, you know what your expenses are, you're saving, you're investing. Okay, and now it's time for you personally to go spend money on the things that you love. Tip number 3 is to enjoy the hell out of sacred spending. Give me a like if that's something that sounds fun. So that means it's your time to shine. This money is allotted for you. So when you are clear about where you want to go spend that money, for me, it's often clothes. Make a ritual out of it. Get some coffee or tea brewed. Turn up the music in your car. When you walk into that store, I want it to be an experience for you where you can sense it with all your senses. You can smell, like the boutiques I like to go into, you can smell kind of the perfumey smell that's not too much, it's just right. Just looking at all the beautiful fabrics and touching them. Hey, Karen. And knowing on a deep emotional level that money's there with me, money is taking me shopping, and this is a yummy thing for us to do together. We're within the realms of our healthy relationship. And so it's just really yummy. So let's see if there was anything else. I guess that's about it. Thanks for joining me, and I have a free masterclass next week. If you love this money work and you want to dive in more deeply, it's free, dude. Join us next week. There's a link below. Just sign up. And the masterclass is called Money Loves You. And so I'm going to be teaching you some key aspects of how to open up your heart to loving money and receiving love from money, and I listed all of those below in the post, the Facebook Live post. And so open up that link, click on that link, and see which parts resonate with you, and spend an hour with us. It will change your life to change your relationship with money. Okay, that is all I have for you today. Again, just be sure and post in the comments your biggest aha from this Facebook Live. And much love, and I will see you soon. Okay, bye-bye.